Okay, let's go to bed here pretty soon after this. Man, I'm tired. Um, I'm tired of stupidity. I'm tired of selfishness, and I'm tired of abuse. I'm not tired of living. I'm not tired of being alive, and I'm not tired of focusing on what is good, right, and truthful, so we can be uh, delivered from bad, wrong, and lie. So I'm not tired about that at all. I never get tired about staying alive and making sure that people understand love and what love's all about. I was sitting there on certain things when I was talking about the stuff on the last one. I was picking up things about Noah Channing, and they said, last time he talked to you, he said every time he sees himself, if he sees you in the mirror, he hates that and that he would have killed you. And I'm like, yeah, I understand. I understand completely. And we have to live with what we choose. We have to live with our choices. And we have to live with what we do. Okay. And how many people, okay, involved in my life have treated me that way. And they have mostly just hearsay, gossip, and circumstantial evidence to treat me that way. But they have lots of actual evidence to see that I'm not like what the hearsay and the gossip is about, right? And so it's not fascinating at all. It's sad and it's disturbing. But people, have to live with their choices and their decisions, what they believe. And when you choose to believe something, you better be right. A lot of people chose to believe that their voting for Adolf Hitler was correct and good, and then they would get the money they needed to be rich and powerful and influential again. And they were wrong, right? A lot of people chose to join the Roman army and crucify Jesus Christ and hunt down and crucify and kill the apostles and disciples, and they were wrong, right? And of course, the apostles and the disciples and Jesus are always right, right? And it's right to understand truth and good and right and stand up for, to do that. You don't fight against wrong with your life. You stand up for what is right so you can live your life. Sat and watched that thing that guy did on the Apache Kid, and I was like, okay, some of the stuff was like, it kept going too long. I don't really care about the rifle and shit. I did get a lot of the stuff. Oh, Al Sieber, okay. So, yeah. Well, I had this history class with my professor at ASU, who I adored. He was a sweetheart. He's long since passed away, but he was such a sweetheart. And like the guy did the driving test for Staffy, little old Arizona guy with the little old shirts with the scorpion bolo tie and the and the little stories. And they would tell the stories like they actually knew the people and were there. It was really neat, and you appreciated him because the way he understood history. I remember what was Beth Neftatelli? I liked her. She was goof. But she got really mad at me. Last time she got real mad at me because I told the story about Glorieta Pass. And she was like, oh, horses aren't stupid. It's like, at Glorieta Pass, okay, they put explosives on a donkey. Okay, and they hit it in the ass and sent it over towards the other side. Well, the other side started shooting at the donkey, and the donkey turned around and ran back to the people that sent the donkey. He said they should have sent a horse. You can't you smack a horse in the ass or do something like they'll go. You can run a horse right off a cliff, right? But not a donkey. A donkey be like, no, fuck you. But you can do it with a horse if you startle it enough and you scare it enough and and which is true. And she got mad at me saying about horses. It's like, no, it's the truth. He's just being pragmatic. He's just telling the truth. It's true. That's why you keep a burro in your barn to protect other critters from coyotes and not horses. Horses can break their neck trying to fight off and, in tight quarters and stuff. I'm not saying a good wild horse out in nature knows his way around isn't, but when they get in captivity and turn into a beast of burden and are manipulated by man, horrible things can happen to horses. Donkeys, that's why they're usually being stubborn as an ass. It's like, yeah, we know. And so you can sit there and get that across to people. Because I remember my aunt told me that, Jesus rode a donkey because horses mean war and all that stuff. So yeah, it's probably because he was poor. He came in on a donkey. Rich people have horses and poor people have donkeys. And poor people understand donkeys. You got to do it. You're a beast of burden. I don't want to do it. I got you. I get you, man. Horses. I love horses. They're absolutely beautiful. That one, when I used to walk down there when he was with his parents and the mom was there and, oh, he looks so beautiful. And then they sold the mom and the dad and he's all by himself and he used to sit and wait for me to come by. And I stopped walking there. Yeah, I started getting sick and, and you left the poor horse alone. No, you did. The man sold the dad and the mom for money. You all sold me out for money, abused the hell out of me and made me sick. And all I did was stand up for you so you could live the Lord's Prayer and pass it on to your families. So when you believe something and you make a decision and you decide that's what you're going to do. When you believe in something, you better make sure it's good, that you're right, and it's truthful. If it's not, you're not going to have an effect on human beings to save children from bad people that lie and abuse and do wrong things to them. And so, there's a reason why people pray to the spirit of the man, because I talked briefly about that to Dad. It's like, when Judah Christian already told me about that, it's like, there's a reason why. And they know past, present, future operate at the same time. Because John is talking to me in the future. And I'm talking to him. And there's so many details and stories about my life and John talking to me about my life. And then a lot of people trying to describe it and explain it. Like, you couldn't be more off. You couldn't be more wrong. That was Lozon, and they didn't get married at all. No. She's beautiful. Yeah, she is. And she was Mescalero. She wasn't Chiricahua. And that, one of my favorite movies, Broken Arrow. Yeah. She was Mescalero. She was very special. She went through the ceremony late because she wasn't going to get married. She was a protector of the women and the children. And the man that admired her the most that I know of is a man named Tishna. Okay. His story is beautiful, but very sad. Very strong, very protecting, just gorgeous man. Many stories told by the Apache people about him, because he was a lot like Cochise, and he was a special one. Okay. People still in both the Mescalero and the Chiricahua tribes still pray to and connect to Tishna, to Fun. Okay, he was unique. And Cochise even said that to them. This is the special one. He's the one that unites the Mescalero and the Chiricahua to keep us, to protect our children from becoming bad, lying drunks that murder and kill because we're selfish. And we become like the people that we fight and hate. And we should hate becoming selfish. And every time we want to be selfish, we should fight that. If you're going to fight against being selfish. Holy jihad, Batman. There you go. Any superpower? There are no superpowers. Okay. There's humility, like Judah Krishnamurti with those kids at Ricci Valley. Focus on being humble. Okay. And then when you're humble, accept the fact that life is eternal and the origin of all things, the essence of creation, cannot be contained by our eternal existence, but is the source of our eternal existence and provides the natural laws for us to obey, to continue eternal existence through faithfully loving one another and honoring natural laws to do so. Do you understand? Okay, that helped. No, it was pretty good. I was sitting there watching. I was like, you're going to go back and you're going to watch fucking Entertainment Tonight. Okay. I make good prayer connections there. No, I really had some good prayer connections with Northwest. She's the best. She has a good spirit. And Kim Kardashian, I like Kim Kardashian. She is dumb as a box of rocks. You all are. But her heart is a lot of times in the right place. Yeah. She's a dork and a dummy, like my Amy and my Natalie. Yes, okay, but she tries to be a good person, you know. And I also got that with Jennifer Lynn Lopez and Cardi B. I was like, what is this bullshit? And then I sit there and okay, she did something stupid to try to get money out of you to because you're emotional and went to court, and she was like, this bitch was just trying to get money off of me because she knows I'm emotional. Well, then don't be so damn emotional. Don't make yourself available. I'm gonna listen to Jennifer. Don't make yourself available to those type of people. And that's why you need to get a white guy that talks for you. Just kidding. Stand up for the Lord's Prayer, damn it. But Dad, I'm Jesus Christ. No, it's funny. But overall, no, she's a funny girl. She's so cute, yeah. And she missed the day with her kids and all that stuff, and I totally understand. Well, me, man, first day when I dropped Patrick off to school, it's like I told everybody that too. It's like you have this lead weight in your ass, pull it on your pants, going back. I can't leave him there either. It's not that you don't think he can make it or do it. You just love spending time together. Okay, like when the kids were on spring break, and Lawrence had people that did psychoanalysts tell me, and he asked me, what day of the week it is? I was like, is it Saturday? No, it's this day. I was like, oh, yeah, I wasn't really paying attention because the kids are out of school. He goes, well, lots of people that are schizophrenic don't know what day of the week it is. Did you know in China, the year 4000 is something of the dog? And he's like, oh, that's irrelevant. It's like, no, it's not. There's more Chinese people than you. How do you know it's Wednesday in China? Maybe they call them something different. Maybe they have a different calendar. Maybe they do things differently. And there's more people in China than there is you, right? And so I do shit like that. People get mad. You're just crazy. Yeah, and the guy who's psychoanalyzing me that you think that's telling you how intelligent he is and how crazy I am won't stand up for Lord's Prayer and has a God Jesus in his head that's going to kill everybody he doesn't like with a magic show from the sky. And I keep telling everybody, no, it's me talking to John, and I'm telling him about the psychopathic schizophrenic episode that is the 20th and 21st century, that I'm surviving to help redeem the Gospels so we can all live the Gospels and use their devices and technology that they use to abuse us and trap us in hell, and then use it as a way to liberate us from hell so we can live in the kingdom of heaven. Very nice. No, she's really attractive to me. Yeah, which one? Kim? They all are. Stephanie, Amy's gets grumpy at me if I don't connect to her. Every two. It's been another 2 days. Yes, it's been 2 days. I'm depressed. I'm tired. Muhammad told me he wants to sleep and exercise. I have exercised, and I've tried to sleep. It's hard. They bombard you with Wi-Fi and attack you with Wi-Fi, and it's hard, and you've got to try to keep a positive attitude and focus, and then tell the technology that's monitoring you, that they don't deserve to abuse me, that I am better than the people that abuse me with this technology, and that I am the standard of faithful love, and what they do to this, renovated garage, and what they do to the man in this renovated garage is happening regardless of what they think, say, or do. Right? And that I am the man from the source of the book. I am the one who talks to John in the book of Revelation because I am the spirit of him. So I'm going to go. We'll talk tomorrow. Okay, guys? I love you very much. If you want to live the Lord's Prayer, have a good night's sleep. If you don't,